Alright, so I'm going to do a review of a book that I seriously need to tell you guys you need to read. Find this book no matter what. This, of course, was sent to me by my friend Chris. Chris, thank you once again, brother. And today we're going to be talking about Falcon, Take Flight. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a must-get. If you can find it somewhere, definitely give it a look. Like, this is definitely a awesome book. I don't know where Chris found it, but it was clearly a ex-library book. I think he said he found it on, like, thrift books or something. I can't remember. But yeah, Falcon, Take Flight is an awesome book that I am going to tell you guys I highly recommend. But but if you stay around, I'm going to tell you guys why you should read this comic on a multitude of levels. One, this comic... Okay, let's actually set the stage real quick. The comic is written by Rodney Barnes, who is known for Philadelphia, which I do love. But the thing is, I haven't read... Chris sent me the other two volumes, and I do want to read them. It's just like the political climate is really turning me off from reading them. Yeah. They're really good. Philadelphia is a great series, and it has crossed over Spawn and Savage Dragon and even Blackula. But yeah, the themes of it are really make me depressed. So I gotta be in the right mindset to finally read those next two volumes. Anyway, and those themes apply here. So this is set after Secret Empire, and Captain America, Steve Rogers, has taken back the mantle from Hydra Cap, and Falcon and Sam becomes Falcon again. And a lot of people are asking, why did you go back to being Falcon when you were a great Captain America? And basically, this storyline basically says that, yeah, Steve, and he's still like, the big thing with this comic is that Sam, the big reason why he went back to his Falcon moniker is because he felt pretty betrayed. Like, he's still got a lot of complicated feelings about, the Hydra Cap thing, and also, how it affected Americans on a whole. So he's just kind of stepped back into being Falcon, which I thought that was a dumb idea. I thought Sam going back to being Falcon was kind of a step down. It's kind of like how it felt like a step back. So here, but at least Rodney Barnes gives it a great explanation as to, yeah, he made a step back to something he felt familiar with. And he's also training a kid named Sean, who is the second Patriot. And while Sean's a good character, he's alright. He's no Eli Bradley. He ain't Eli. You are not Eli, Sean. But they actually, Patriot and Falcon actually go to a different city this time. Usually you go to New York or LA. There's no in between. Here, the comic takes place in Chicago, and Falcon is trying to help what starts out as like a gang war that's been raging across Chicago, and the Chicago mayor and the government officials are doing nothing, and Sam is doing his best to like help them, but it's revealed the mayor's Blackheart, as in the son of Mephisto Blackheart. And yeah, there's technically a second story, because this only ran 8 issues. And it's kind of criminal that this comic only got 8 issues, because, and I have this feeling that maybe Rodney, and this is where I said, like, in the Rodney Barnes Luke Cage tie-in to Gang War, I feel like that wasn't his best work. Accredited to his work. This is something even he said he was proud of, even though he only got 8 issues. And I really feel like Marvel... I really do feel like Marvel screwed him over. I don't think this comic got a lot of press. In fact, I think it got very minimal press. And it was just kind of like destined to fail, because I think even they were like, yeah, the MCU's going to make Sam, Captain America, and we need to get ready to make him Cap again. Because this was real fast. This is only the whole series is only 8 issues long. It's not even a mini-series. It was meant to be an ongoing. But I think between that and also, like, the MCU, because God forbid we do anything that isn't like the MCU, that basically was like, this is just kind of like stepping back into, there was really no plan. All they knew is, like, yeah, we got to keep Sam Wilson relevant for a bit, but he's not going to be Captain America. So we'll just make him Falcon again for a short amount of time. Oh, the book failed. Oh, that's so sad. Anyway, get back to being in the Stars and Stripes, Sam. Rodney, you can go. That's what it feels like. But it's still good for what it is. There is a lot of great talk of how governments really have really no centralized theme or care for inner city families and others, and leads to the formation of gangs. It also has a lot of there's a lot of stuff in here that I'm surprised Barnes got away with, because the N-word is they don't blink out the N-word in this book. And some of them, there's one time where they're going hard R, and I was like, whoa! I was expecting like dots, or like apostrophes to blank that word out, but wow, you went there. The other thing with Rodney Barnes, you may be thinking, why does Blackheart care about attacking Chicago? In his own head, Blackheart's like, oh, this is gonna be my stepping stone to conquering the Earth, and I'm like, very weak plot, but sure, it's cool. Like the idea of Sam doing battle with a villain that has tangled with literal gods, is a really neat idea. And that's the other thing with Rodney Barnes on a whole, is that he's a very supernatural horror writer. And Sam doesn't really delve into that world, which leads to him teaming up with like characters like Blade and even Dr. Voodoo, which is kind of cool. So the comic really does have it really kind of pits him against insurmountable odds, both politically and magic, on a superhero level, because he can't fight. Taking on Blackheart head on would be lethal to him. The second story arc is only 3 issues long. It was the last 3 issues, and it's him and Blade teaming up to fight Deacon Frost, who I was shocked. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know he was back. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. It doesn't matter. For all I know, maybe Deacon is back in the modern timeline, because again, this came out post Secret Empire. Yeah. All in all, really liked it. The reason why it took me so long to get to this, because this was like 8 issues long. It was like it was going to take me a bit. But I wanted to do a review of this because, again, Sam's new movie's coming out in about 2 weeks, and I was in the mood to read some, Sam Wilson stories. And this was really awesome. Rodney Barnes is one of my writers that is a go-to for some neat stories. Again, I really love Philadelphia, but God, does it make me depressed. Anyway. So yeah, there you go, guys. I highly recommend Falcon Take Flight. If you can find it somewhere, I highly recommend it. But anyway, Chris, thank you once again for the comic. And you guys tell me in the comments below if you've read this. Let me know what you guys thought of it. Other than that, comment below, let me know. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.